calling all poets. The Jax Poetry Fest is quickly approaching, and here to tell us all about it is Anaya Heaven Washington. You have a great name.
Thank you.
That is a very beautiful name. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit more about Jax Poetry Fest?
Yes, of course. So Jax Poetry Festival is a month-long celebration of poetry in Jacksonville. What we're going to be offering is free poetry programming for folks virtually and in person.
Very
so
cool.
We've got open mics, workshops, poetry slams, and fun interactive poetry activities that are going to be sprinkled all around the city.
That's cool. Okay, so who hosts Jax Poetry Fest and puts on all these amazing, events?
Yeah, so Jax Poetry Fest actually has been happening for 11 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's sponsored by a local nonprofit, Hope at Hand Jax, which I have the honor of being the program director for. And what we do year round at Hope at Hand is we offer poetry programming mostly for at-risk youth, but also for adults in our community. We partner with local organizations like the Boys and Girls Club or Police Athletic League, and we offer programming poetry lessons for the kiddos to get back on, their literacy skills, also confidence and self-esteem, all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, let's go a little bit off script, okay? So why is poetry so important? Why is it so important for especially for younger folks, right?
Yeah.
To get into poetry?
Yeah, poetry is language, and I think that as young people, we oftentimes aren't given the language that we need to express how we're feeling, right? So as a kid, for me, finding poetry, oh my goodness, I can compare this extreme sadness to the ocean. Yeah. Right? It gives me words to explain things that typically I can't express.
Poetry is beautiful, right? And it almost feels like sometimes maybe like it's kind of slipping through the cracks, but then you come on the show and it's not, right?
It's
Poetry
not.
is very much alive.
So alive. And in Jacksonville, oh my goodness, there's so many talented young poets, adult poets, everybody, it's everywhere.
That's cool. Okay, so what about people who may not like poetry?
Okay.
Or they think they don't like poetry? Let me say it that way.
Yes, because so I've been in the poetry community for almost 10 years now, and I've come across plenty of people who are like, poetry's not for me, I don't like Shakespeare. That's totally cool. Yeah. There's lots of dimensions to poetry. So if you're not a writer yourself, come and listen, right? There's people who might be telling a story that you can relate to really strongly. It might change your life. It might make you feel seen in a way you've never felt seen before.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite style of poetry?
My favorite style, I'm a free verse girl. So I'm trained in spoken word. So that means I don't typically write for pages. I write to perform my poetry. Okay. So that means I've got a lot of dynamic rhyme and rhythm in a lot of the poetry that I like. That's what I like to hear, and that's what I like to perform myself.
That's super cool. Yeah. Do you have an example of it? Can you give us?
Oh my goodness.
No, I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
You know what? Actually, if you want to come check out some of my poetry. Yeah, right?
That was perfect way to do that.
Yeah, we actually have an open mic tonight that I'll be hosting on the main stage during Art Walk. James Dillon Johnson Park. I'll be performing. Lots of other local poets will be performing too.
I think that's great. Okay, so where do we go to learn some more information?
Okay, if you want to find out about all the awesome events that we have going on, you can go to jaxpoetryfest.org. Okay. There's a full list of I think we have 42 events going on throughout the whole month. And we'll also be back here on Fridays teaching poetry lessons on First Coast Living.
That is cool. Yeah. We're looking forward to it. Thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you.
Amazing work that you do. Jordan, what you got?